Hi there, it's John from JSR Intervalometers, and today I'm going to be doing a short tutorial on doing move, shoot, move time lapses with the JSR. As you can see here, I've got my camera on a trolley, and this is actually a homemade trolley. You don't need a lot of money to build something like this. What this is just a couple lengths of aluminum conduit, some roller bearings, and then I just have a motor here with a low RPM, which winds up a string. So this rolls freely. You can see the string here, which will be pulled by the motor, which will move the camera along. And the motion is very smooth, and it does a good job. So I've got this set up. My camera is on there. I've got a ball head, so I can adjust the camera in any direction. And I'm going to show you now how to do move, shoot, move time lapses with the JSR. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on the JSR. And you can see that I have the motor connected into the one on the left. This is the motor 1 jack. This is the motor 2 jack. So I've got the motor connected into number 1. If you're going to be doing a time lapse with 2 motors, you just repeat these instructions for number 2. So here I'm going to select motor 1. And from this page we can see we can set the speed in 5% increments. We can set the direction. This button will be for ramping, and here we can turn the motor off and on in case we have to reposition it for the next shot. So if I if I hit the switch, you can see the motor's moving now. You can change the speed as it travels. You can switch the direction too. So you can use this function to position the motor to where you want the time lapse to start. I'm going to turn it off now. Going to go to the ramping page, motor 1 ramping, and there's 4 parameters here. The ramp up is the number of pictures it will take to go from stationary to full speed. The ramp down is the number of pictures it'll take to go from full speed to a full stop. The delay up is the number of pictures before movement starts, and the delay down is the number of pictures after the movement ends. So I'm going to be, my final time lapse will be at 30 frames a second. So I'm going to set each of these parameters to 60. That'll be 2 seconds on the final time lapse before movement starts. It'll take 2 seconds to get up to full speed. 2 seconds to slow down to a stop, and then it'll be 2 seconds at the end without any movement. So there I've got 60 set. Now the bottom left here you can see you've got different modes. You have move, shoot, move, which is the default. You have off, the motor will not run at all. And you have continuous, where the motor will just run without stopping. So I'm going to leave it to move, shoot, move. That's the default and how everything will work here with the ramp up and down. I'm going to go to OK. Now I want to make sure I'm going the right direction. I want to go forward. There we go. Okay, we're back to the main screen. I'm just going to set the parameters here how I want them. I want a picture about every 15 seconds. So I'm going to set this to 12 seconds for the shutter. And I want the motor to move every step. I want it to move 0.4 seconds. That'll give me the right travel that I want for this. Now after the motor moves, then I want it to wait before it opens the shutter. So I'm going to go into settings, and I'm going to go into delays, again the bottom left. And now here, the second one, after the motor, I want it to wait for 3 seconds. And you can see there's an after camera delay as well. That'll put a delay in after the camera shoots and before the motor moves, but I just want one in after the motor. I'm going to go to OK. OK again. One more thing, I'm going to set the number of pictures here to 300. There we go. Okay. Now these numbers here in the middle here, the little triangle, that means you've got ramping set. The M means you have move, shoot, move, and the F is for forward direction. If you change anything, I'll put it to reverse. Now it says R instead of reverse. If I set it to continuous, you'll see it says C for continuous. So this is just kind of gives you a quick overview of how you have your motor set. You'll note here that the little triangle is off. It won't do ramping even though you have it set because it's on continuous mode. The motor will just continue to move. I'm going to go back here to put it on to move, shoot, move, and forward, and now we're good to go. I'm going to hit start, and let's see how this works. So you can see the motor won't be moving now until it gets up to 60 pictures, and then it'll start to move. So we'll come back later and we'll see how it does.